Where did you start?
Started off as an intern. The bottom kabisa, starting knowing nothing about radio, about the media world. So the very first time I stepped into a studio, first we had gone for an interview, audition at Homeboys Radio, just when it had launched.
Okay.
But I didn't get in. So I was hustling. I was in campus at that time, Dr.Ofweneke.
So your first thought of assignment, you're gonna be a BA.
Yeah. That was
Wale mademo wa street.
Ow.
Na hiyo rembo yote.
Yes. Oh
my God.
So that's the strategy. For 1 year, I didn't speak to my dad, but I was very mad at him.
Because you moved.
Yeah. I'm like, just when I was hitting 14 years, unanitoa kwa Arabu, nakwambia nywele zinsokotana. The boys are looking nice.
Wewe unanipeleka kule kwa kina.
Unanipeleka wapi kwa sasa? Huko ni wapi? Mwanamume yoyote mwenye atakalisha mwanamke chini amwambie, you know what babe, this is what I see, this is what I want us to get, this is where I want us to get, these are my dreams, this is what the plans that I have for us. Ooh, that is love.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another beautiful, amazing class. This is Lessons at 30 with Dr.Ofweneke. My name is the Eagle himself, the Duke of Kakamega. Dr.Ofweneke is my name. And a big appreciation to each and every single person, to all the new students who have just joined and subscribed. Yeah, karibuni sana. This is your home of lessons, by the way. Please, and I keep on telling you guys, if you're coming here looking for gossip, I don't know what I was saying about who and who. Then I'm sorry, you're on the wrong YouTube channel. This is where people sit with a pen and a paper because it's a lecture class. We are learning about real life, from marriage, relationships, career choice, friendship, being a son, being a daughter, losing a kid, depression, suicide attempt. We are getting to learn everything. This is for the sake of all of you. If you're 30 years, well and fine. It has gotten you right at the opportune time. But if you're before 30, it's for you not to repeat what we did at 30. But if you're also after 30, it's for you to realize, by the way, this is what you should have done at that time. Or maybe just to relate that probably you've also gone through the same experience. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Lessons at 30. And please make sure you subscribe. Dr.Ofweneke TV. The class is increasing. Asanteni sana wale ambao mnakaribia. I'm seeing guys joining from Rwanda, guys joining from South Africa, guys joining from the United States of America, guys joining from Ethiopia, Uganda. I've seen somebody from Australia as well last week. And I know you're saying, oh, please, Ofweneke, we need to hear some of these lessons in English. Well, my team is working on subtitles, so don't worry. It's going to be sorted out later, very soon. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I need us to get straight into it. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Today, I'm hosting a lady who I think I have found her to be one of the most firm ladies in the industry. Very distinct, very firm on what she does. She doesn't shake. You'll come today, write something about her, but she does not move. You try putting some mud on her or her mud, but realize it's just going to wash itself off. It's not going to be there. A top corporate MC, a moderator, a radio presenter, a manager, a mom, and one of the most bubbliest of them all. Live on Lessons at 30, ladies and gentlemen. It makes sense. Lessons at 30. Welcome, Mwalimu Rachel herself.
Oh my goodness, what an intro.
I know.
Ring that bell.
It's such an honor. Oh my goodness. This is an emotional moment. I know it doesn't happen easily. Many have wished. Oh God. Exclusive. I'm the one exclusively ringing the bell. Welcome on the show.
Thank you so much. It's so humbling.
I'm so honored. I know we don't get to talk too much even when we meet up, but I hope you've always realized the respect I give you whenever we meet.
You do. And the feeling is mutual.
Thank you so much.
You are one of those people in the industry that we have seen that growth. And It has not been from 0 to 100. It has been gradual. You also have your own lessons, to give to the ones that are coming after you.
Yeah.
So those are the steps I love. Who are spending the pressure? Yeah. Today somebody has started, in 1 year, they're boom all over the place. Like, 1 + 1 is not adding up to 2.
Something is not coming out
The
right.
journey has to be gradual. And eventually, yes, you get to that moment and you realize most of the people who start off gradually progressing end up lasting longer in the industry.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because I've been in this industry now for what? 17 going into 18 years.
18 years?
Yes.
You are experiencing this as an adult now.
Yes.
You better
Imagine.
get your ID for your career.
Yeah, I better.
18
and
years.
a certificate at that.
But
Imagine.
Where did you start?
Started off as an intern. The bottom kabisa, starting knowing nothing about radio, about the media world. So the very first time I stepped into a studio, first we had gone for an interview, audition at Homeboys Radio, just when it had launched.
Okay.
But I didn't get in. So I was hustling. I was in campus at that time, Dr.Ofweneke. So a friend of mine, University of Nairobi. The University of Nairobi.
I'm sorry, guy. My
Hello.
God. Oh, we
Hello.
apologize. Jesus, my God. What were you studying at that time? Media?
Yeah, well, it was more of Bachelor of Arts, Language and Communications, and Sociology. Nilifanya political science for like a year and I drop. So a friend of mine comes and tells me we're in the same drama club, right, in campus. And he was like, I've seen, and you've always been very vocal about joining media. Nimeona kuna station mpya ingine inaanza inaitwa Ghetto Radio. Ebu endo ujaribu. Ama they're looking for people to even do some bit of advertising with the pamphlets and whatnot. Wanalipa sijui ilikuwa ni 200 ama ni 500 bob. Enda hustle pata do. I'm like, okay. So I went to Ghetto Radio at that time ilikuwa Ngara. Mwaf ndo alikuwa the PC.
Ikonini, and big shout out to Ikonini, yes.
Exactly. And while we were there, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get a street team to distribute these pamphlets, let people know about this new station that's starting. So while we were there, a thought came to my mind. I was like, say, I can ask to just be an intern there. And
So wait, hold a minute. So your first thought of assignment, you're going to be a BA.
Yeah. That was
Wale mademo streets.
Ow.
Na hiyo rembo yote.
Yes. Si walikuwa wanataka wao warembo.
Oh
sasa.
my God.
So that's the strategy.
So you get to get already at Ngara.
Yes. While there, I asked Mwaf, you know what? I would like to come in as your intern. This is a new station. So wezi niambie uko na intern.
Oh no.
So mi nataka kuwa intern. Nikuje, ni learn. You don't have to pay me. I'm okay. I just want to get that experience. He looks at me, akasema, unajua sahi sina hiyo budget ya kukulipa. Akasema, it's okay. I just want to gain that experience. Akasema, when can you start? Akasema, hata Monday, because I think we were meeting up on Saturday. Monday nikaanza internship, kwenda hata mtaani. In fact, it wasn't the in-house intern. I was of the streets.
Literally. Why would you even say that?
By that I mean box pops. Unapewa recorder.
Twende.
There was someone who was assigned to me at that time. Shout out to my very long-time friend Robo. Tuko nenda streets na yesa ananionyesha hizo machom. Unajua hapo sasa nilianza kujua sheng vizuri. Mimi msichana wa Mombasa, machom.
Unachoma ikai poa na wewe.
Vichochoro. Mimi nasema vichochoro. Kwa sababu unajua nimezaliwa Mombasa. I've grown up in Mombasa for 13 years before now moving
to Nairobi.
So when I was moving, my guy called Robo is like, no, you have to blend in. You get to they can sense that you're not from here.
Si ujua.
So number one, don't dress up too much. Kuja tu na jeans, na sneakers, na t-shirt. Usijifanya hapa babi. I was like, sawa. So now we'd go to all those kama ni Majengo, where else did we go?
Congo, Lombote, Kote.
Getting those stories because Ghetto Radio was reporting on stories from people in the ghetto and how they live and some of their struggles. And that really, number one, opened my eyes to another side of Nairobi. Remember, I'm still kind of new to Nairobi. Number two, it really humbled me to understand people live differently in other parts of the city, but they still make it count. What excuse do I have?
Wow.
What excuse do I have? If this is a mother of 4 ama 5, anang'ang'ana kupika kama ni mandazi, machipo nini, mpaka watoto wamesoma.
What excuse
do I have? So any opportunity of Ofweneke that came to me, sichezi, I don't play with this opportunity. I see it as a privilege and God-given ability. Like, shika, what will you do with this?
Was there any crazy incident that you encountered while you were?
Yeah. We were there wakati wa post-election violence.
What?
Yeah. So we were out of session at that time because of the chaos, but I refused to go back home in Embu. At that time, tukosha moved from Mombasa, Satunaishi Embu. And I told my parents, no, I can't leave. I need to stay on a bit longer. And some of the things like, okay, I wouldn't say I saw a lot of death and all that. I was being shielded from that. But we would go somewhere and then you hear gunshots. A lot of tear gas. That was your period. Nili sniff tear gas yangu ya kwanza, my
like,
friend.
Oh my God, so just like this. Now you tell me na flavor. Si kama hizo maandamano.
So it was a bit scary, but again, I wasn't at in the where it was intense. Just places where I could at least see what was happening from afar, though. Yeah.
Before we get into how you ended up, of course, from Ghetto to Homeboys, then to NRG, then to Kiss 100. All along I've thought you tighter.
Many people think that because one, the complexion, and then number two, Kiswahili. That accent.
Yes.
Minki patana na Swahili kutoka Mombasa. I switch up like that.
It's always very quick. I think there's a day we hosted an event and you switched up immediately.
It's so automatic. And for the longest time, Kiswahili, and still is, to be honest, is my first language. Like I think in Kiswahili first before even speak in English. Unajua ile joke yenye wase usema ukichokoza mtu, if you're getting to an argument, the language that now they latch on is their strongest.
Swahili.
Sasa hiyo itakuwa
Are you serious?
I can't argue in English.
Are you normal? How do you argue in Swahili?
Kiswahili ndo tupelekane.
Oh my goodness. You and I would never date because now for me, I argue better in English.
Really? I can't
but now
when
I'm typically angry, I go ghetto.
Now,
but I'm like, you know what?
Sunaona.
Suit off,
Now
masomo off, kizungu.
Now that is who you are.
Wewe, cha ujinga.
Now that is you. That is you, the core of you now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, guys, so you still a confirmation that I'm still ghetto.
Yeah.
After kujika zote ya maisha.
Lazima itakuwa hapo ndani.
How was it growing up? Are you a firstborn? Are you a second?
I'm the middle child.
Really? It's not very easy to meet a middle.
I am a middle child. So, I think that whole cliche, Amani, I don't know, it's just
there's a narrative that
yes.
You're a forgotten child.
Exactly. I really did have to be louder than the rest of my siblings to get that attention. I had to demand for it sometimes. A little bit of a drama queen. Unajua ile umejamiana na madhako. I didn't have the best relationship growing up with my mom. Like, yeah, but just when you're hitting teenage stage, as I was becoming a teenager, many girls will tell you, sijui ni pepo gani utushika, but amwelewani na mama yako. Maybe it's because unajua hata wewe pia ni, a grown up like her. So we would argue, and I did not like her much. And she knew this, and I made it very clear.
You told your mom that you don't like her?
Yeah, there are many times I said some mean things.
Was it because of was it something because there's something you were dealing with as a young girl?
Yeah. I used to feel like she favored my sister, my older sister. So that made me feel like you don't love me enough. You don't love me the way you love her. Anytime kuna shida nitaambiwa wewe ndo mchokozi sasa mimi. Wewe ndio the stubborn one. My sister was very good in school in terms of her grades. And mimi niko navuruta. Okay, sikuvuruta mkia. But
I love how no, the first one is the real one. The first one is the real one. That's the core you.
Let's just say I was struggling a little bit.
Wholesomely or in a few subjects?
In a few subjects, like maths. And in many of our African homes, kama una fail maths.
You don't fail it.
Where you are struggling. Languages was very strong. The humanities like in a CRE, nilikuwa poa. Soft
Yes, we know
things.
that.
Me, I'm a soft girl. I love soft things. Just hardcore things are mathematics the haja gani. And then now when you go to high school, physics ongezea hapo ndani. So anyway, I later on, while I now became a mom, I started a very good relationship. We are best friends right now. And the good thing is I opened up to her and I told her, Mom, for the longest time I used to be angry at you. Because Number one, I used to think you favor my sister over me. Number two, I didn't see you as though you were strong in terms of being vocal in the household. You know, they come from a different generation.
Yeah.
Mzee wa nyumba akinguruma, mama alikuwa tunafanya vile baba yenu anasema.
Kila mtu anyaye.
Unaona. So I used to be that rebel. And I always say I'm my father's daughter. Like, I took his characteristic of being vocal, assertive, and all that. A bit too masculine, maybe, for my good. And I'm working on, putting that to the side kidogo. So I used to always wonder, why don't you speak up against? Like, when we tell you we are not happy with what probably is happening in the household, kwa nini usimwambie baba? And like, apana, nyinyi, is your dad, listen to him, be obedient, nini. But later on, I just came to accept that is who my mom is. She's softer. She has her way of getting, or her way of doing things to get her way, at the end of the day. We just come from different mindsets, different backgrounds also. So nilimkubali na tukabari the hatchet. Tukalia hapo kidogo, tukahagiana, kako tu sawa. Now I tell her everything. I don't hide. She even tells me now, you're the most open person out of the others. Don't tell the others though.
How many times do you guys talk in a day?
We don't talk every day, but a week haitapita kabla tujaongeleshana kwa simu. A week or two, depending on
how long would that conversation be?
Oh my God, maybe even an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you put that phone down, what is the first thought in your mind when you put that phone down? Have you spoken to mom?
I'm like, God, please bless her with more years. Bless her with more years.
And that?
Now I'm really enjoying that relationship. Me and my dad have always been cool. Always. We were a bit, unajua kugongana vichwa kidogo kwa sababu kwa nyumba, my sister takes character ya my mom. Mimi nimetake character ya my dad. So, anaweza sema kitu mimi nampinga. I remember one time we were watching news. And I don't know, there was a debate going on. Kwa hizi press conferences, unajua. And my dad said a comment about whatever was being discussed, but I was looking at things from a different side. I was like, no, I don't think that's the nini, it is this way. And hapana, sasa wewe utajua nini, wewe ni mtoto, nini. At that time I was in high school. Can you imagine getting into a shouting match with your father?
How dare you?
In his house. And my mom is trying to tell me, wewe nyamaza. Wewe tulia ni nini?
Huyo si Moi, huyo ni Kibaki, babako anasema ni Kibaki.
So that he used to look at me like, you're crazy. You're a crazy girl, wewe. Alinipenda hivyo.
Do you guys go out on dad-daughter dates just to hang out?
We used to. You see, now they live in Embu. Mimi niko hapa Nairobi, where that's not really possible. But when we were actually in primary school, I'll tell you this, we felt our dad's love. He was strict when it came to masomo na nini, but we also felt his love. We'd go, now, me and my sister, for, lunches. Sometimes my mom would be away, labda ameenda ushago. He didn't want to cook, obviously. So we'd go to a nice burger place, tuko Mombasa sasa. We hung out, pale Mamangina Drive. We used to go after church, even as the whole family. So we felt his love, but he was really strict. So I think that overshadowed the other side of him. Tunamwona tunakimbia.
Do you have a nickname for him? Do you have a nickname for him?
No, we just call him Baba. Yeah. We just call him Baba.
So you're 3 girls?
Yes, we are 3 girls. So, okay, so I have a half brother. I still say he's our brother. We never say half brother.
Yeah.
Older brother. Then there's my sister. Then me. Then my younger sister. And then the youngest brother. Yeah.
Literally, Mwalimu Rachel is literally in the katikati.
Apple.
Is there one when you knew if you dare try me today, I'm in the mood? And they give you the same face like, yeah, girl, you better bring it home.
Funny thing, we are very friendly towards each other. Hatujai kwa ati ile major beef mpaka. We have had no reason to. In fact, to be honest, we hear stories of other siblings fighting or not speaking to each other for years, and we're in shock. We're like, how does that happen? Like, we sympathize, but we don't get it. Like, how? You're the same blood. We love each other, all 5 of us. By the tunapendana sana.
Ka WhatsApp group kakusengenya dad na mom.
Yes, kosa. Kuna ile main family group alafu na side ya siblings.
I don't know if your family always has that.
You must.
Mwalimu Rachel in high school.
Yes.
Which high school did you go to?
I went to Kenny Girls High School. That's in Embu County.
Oh, I had a
Big shout out.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend at Kenny Girls.
Oh, let's sip to that. I tell you, need a sip.
Oh, you sipping to that? I'm happily married now.
I'm just saying.
I don't even know where she is, man.
Back in the day.
So I was on Moya Boys. So I had So I had my quite of a story. So I had a girlfriend in Kenny. I had a girlfriend in Ngaro. I had a girlfriend in Karoti. And Giriambu. Yeah, and Kabare. I think Kabare girls. But first time from phone niliandika wote barua. Nikambia from now I don't think there's anywhere we're going. I want to focus now.
You had to write letters to each one of them.
Copy and paste, imagine nakuwa na photocopy machine. So Kenny Girls, are you in CU or are you in entertainment?
CU until Form 3 when I was excommunicated. Oh, there's a story there.
I have all the time.
So what happened was, nilikuwa CU from Form 1. Diligently, going for those after Sunday, after kulikuwa na ile main service, and then in the afternoon kulikuwa na fellowship tena. Ikaanza kufika point of like, nimeenda ya kanisa ya asubuhi, sasa tena after me I want to sleep, but no. Your friends wao see you wanakuja na kuambia that is the devil trying to, bring sleep to you. Come and worship and pray to God. And
why do we demonize sleep? I don't get it.
I know.
Shetani anakuambia ulale. Usiombe.
And I'm like, but nilikuwa chat service asubuhi. Sasa, anyway, nilikuwa naenda diligently since Form 1 to sasa Form 3.
Oh, you're an official first of all?
Yes.
Which department?
Nilikuwa class representative. Now for my ilikuwa ni 1K. So nilikuwa na represent my class during CU functions. Haya. Sasa Form 3, this is what happened. Kukawa na Mr. and Miss Kenny Girls. So, those pageants. And the previous years, I had really wanted to participate, but nilikuwa naogopa judgment from my CU members. Lakini safari nikasema Form 4 ndo hii naenda natoka. Hapana, lazima nionje hii kitu bana. Lazima ninge pageant. Nikaingia. But now I was like, I'll be very demure, very cutesy,
Some little bit of stature and
exactly. I'll do evening wear where you wear a gown. I won't wear those ratchets. Sijui ilikuwa ingine ni like sexy outfits,
creative wear.
Hey, those ones yenye tu kwa coconut shells.
Na karata za mami ya sugar. Gazeti ya 1992.
Exactly. So I was like, this should be okay. Now, this story is in 2 parts. The first part is I did get onto that stage, and when I modeled my part, your evening wear, we realized the then MC who was conducting the event went missing. So this girl were like, kwani yako wapi? Watu wakasema labda amepata chali yake huko anakatiwa huko nje. So our guests high schools zenye zilikuwa zimekam pia wamechill na what's going on. Hakuna mtu kwa mic to announce the next category. Sauti kaniambia, Rachel, pick that microphone.
Come on.
Pick it up. It's right there. Pick it up. What's the worst that could happen?
Pick it up.
And that's what I did. I went and picked up the microphone.
What is the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
What's the worst that could happen?
I already knew vile zinafuatana because tulikuwa tumefanya rehearsals. So I introduced the next category. And as the models were coming down, the catwalk, I was saying how they're very nicely dressed. This is a nice head wrap. Sijui the heels. So again, from also TV, ukiona vile ma fashion nini huwa zinafanywa.
Beauty pageants.
Exactly, those beauty pageants. By the end of the event, everyone was like this. They were like, best MC ever. The teachers even came and said, you know what, from now on, wewe ndo utakuanga MC wetu wa shule. So had I not picked up that mic, I don't know where else I would have met up with that microphone. Ndo nikuwe the MC that I am today, but that was my introduction to MCing. That's the first part. The second part was after the pageant.
Judging. I'm waiting for the judging part.
Nikaitwa na the CU members.
So wait, so you didn't finish, you didn't go all the way because now you had to flip the role. Did you finish now the whole BD pageantry? Because now you're the MC.
Oh yeah, I dropped off now. See,
at what category?
My point wasn't even to win. Yangu ilikuwa tu nitembe na gown na niseme nimepanda stage, wameniona, nimefeel poa na story issue. It wasn't even for the main contest ya Miss Kieni Girls. No. That wasn't the aim. I just wanted to be, let me try out this thing. I catwalk hapo kidogo and then I go away. So in fact the MCing thing is what made me stay on stage longer. For
longer than anybody else.
Sasa ilikuwa kazi. Sasa ingeacha. Mpaka mwisho nilikuwa tu na MC.
Now CU?
Sasa after the pageant, nikaitwa na the CU officials. And they were like, first of all, the music that is playing in this dining hall is secular music. You're MCing to secular music. And also MCing to beauty people who are half naked. Yeah? Here, does that represent God?
Come on.
Nikaambiwa kutoka leo, we will strip you of your title or your whatever responsibilities as the CEO official. You can't hang with us anymore. Let me tell you, those are the first mean girls I have ever encountered in my life. And I'm sorry to say this, but I think, and I hope things have changed ever, since then. But I think sometimes we take religion as, or let's say Christianity, as a reason for you or an excuse for you to say whatever you feel.
In the context of hiding behind the spirituality.
Exactly, and the Bible. Because, fine, even if you say, okay, what you did not really align with our values as CU members, but it's all good, go your way or whatever. I've been okay. Lakini hiyo kuniita and then kuniaibisha mbele hata all the officials stripping me of that title or whatever in the way that they did. I was like, whatever, man.
Have you ever met any of them after high school?
No, actually. No.
They could be somewhere pregnant with 5 kids. I don't know why you always
pregnancy is not even a bad thing. It's a blessing.
No, when I life in Akata. I was CU chairman. I won't mention school. At least I went to 5 schools. At least 5 high schools. Chill.
Where?
I have a story as well. One day I'll tell you. One of those schools, I met the head boy, who was the head boy and the CU chairman at the same time. Very judgy, especially wase wa Nairobi. Sindio tunakuja kupanga strikes indio. I met the guy at 1824.
Drunk as a skunk.
Nigga was higher than Delta Airlines. I'm asking him, nigga, what happened to you? I'm like, nigga, what can you get Christ in your life? I'm like,
that's the thing. I think iyo inakuanga ni a social status when you're in high school. Uko umeokoka, it's like unajiona uko hapa. Una lead praise and worship, you're not like everybody else, you're special.
Guys, like I speak to God directly.
God amekuonekania wewe.
Ni ulala na yeye hapa. Anaambia kesho unaimba tunakuabudu.
Is it even that? Like high schools, I think the kids will be taught that there's so many aspects of you. You see, and that's why I even speak to girls whenever I have my outreach programs in high schools. There's so many bits of you. Many of them you'll come to discover who you are later.
Yeah.
But don't let things like, oh, if I'm a Christian, then I have to stay in this box. That will limit you. That will also limit how you view the world and how you, whether you accept other people as they are.
Exactly.
You see?
Very right.
So what wakwe too easy. In fact, high school enda tu soma, enda mafunky zote. Enjoy your youth, maze. Enjoy your youth. And then, when you look back, is when you'll have those memories to keep you going. Wow. and be like, I have lived my life.
Is there this guy you remember back in high school?
Back in high school, I mean, they were friends. I didn't actually have a boyfriend per se. Kuna ule mlikuwa mnaandikiana ma poetry. And he was also my neighbor. I used to go and visit them, and I knew his mom. His mom knew my family as well. Guy, I can't even remember his name. Ataona hii na najua atanitumia message. And now you don't remember me. Was it Karuga? Hey, anywho, he was a nice guy, you know. Yeah, for me, mostly ilikuwa ni kusoma. Like I said, my dad was very strict.
Very strict in education.
Very, very strict. So ilikuwa kusoma na by extension sasa see you. Bas.
But now from 4 now you've been excommunicated. Now you're free to the world.
Zote nilienda drama festivals, music festivals, basketball as a cheerleader.
Yeah.
The only thing sikuenda ni science congress.
Tuko pamoja. I went as journalism.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jonah.
I was like, hey, sasa science congress hapo hata hakuna kuchia, hakuna
kupiga kelele. But what was that?
I don't know.
Ati steam inatoka kwa waru.
Wait, iko na scientific reasoning yake. Wachana na hiyo kwanza.
Did a personality of you come out in that last part of high school that now you are like, now I can even pull my school skirt a little bit higher.
Yes.
Now I can even talk a little bit. Ulikata.
We used to wear those wrap skirts, They're red. Now they were up to your ankle. So, okay, style ilikuwa ni mbili. Either have an extended version of that skirt, yani na sweep ukitembea, or cut it short. So that now it's, it's up to tuseme hapa, just above the knee. So I remember, hiyo last year unakata skirt, inafika po kwa knee, unatembea. The teachers just used to let us get away with it. It's Form 4. Whatever. It's okay. What else? My personality really shone through when going for all these festivals, some drama, music, because number one, you become more brave in front of crowds. I don't fear standing in front of multitudes of people. You actually enjoy even that attention a bit when you're on stage.
Look at you. Look like the way you're trying to be so needy about it.
Yeah, so yeah, you enjoy yourself and you just have fun. You interact with new people, so you also, exchange of minds and ideas. Ilikuwa fun. Mimi, I do not regret high school. I know many people will say, oh my God, it was the worst. Kwenda mtoni kuteka maji. Yeah, tuko naenda kwa mto with a bucket on our heads, and it was a distance. Yes, and I used to balance it very nicely on my head.
Are you serious?
Bila hata kushikilia.
You Mwalimu Rachel.
Ala. Mimi nakwambia sidhani kuna environment says survive.
Mbona unanikalianga bougie like oh my goodness, like
we love the soft things that life has to offer.
Now that you can afford it.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you also need to be able to adapt. And that's the one thing I know I am very good at. I adapt really, really well.
I had a guest here. Her story was beautiful. She lost her virginity to her husband.
Well,
at 27 years. So she kept her sexual purity for 27 years. She was called Hilda. And there's a conversation she brought up very deep that went viral. And there was a lot of conversation from ladies on social media. And she said if her husband was to tell her today, listen, we can't afford Nairobi. We are moving to the village in Ukambani. She would go. Now I'm asking myself, today Mwalimu Rachel is married. Your hubby tells you, babe, you know what? We can't afford Nairobi. Let's say, for example, you're married from some guy in Shamahoho, in Kakamega, deepest of Kakamega. Will the Mwalimu Rachel quit this opulence?
Is he able to afford my luxuries and the life that I'm used to in the village? I'll give you a good example.
Yes.
Born and raised in Mombasa. So, my mom and dad met in Mombasa. Okay? My dad is from Embu, my mom is from Kiambu County. But walipatana wapi? Mombasa. Now, wote walikuwa nafanya kazi in different places, but they used now to date them together, in Mombasa. Mombasa raha, sawa? Kabisa. Mombasa pazuri, hakuna haraka nini.
Kila mtu mwendo wake.
Haya. Now, my dad, because he knew he wants to move his family from Mombasa to Embu. And at that time, please remember, it's not like now the way it has developed. hakukuwa na stima, hakukuwa na ati running water in the taps. But what did this man do? He went and built a very beautiful 6-bedroom house. Okay? Bungalow. Yani, that bungalow.
Juice, whichever.
Ukiwa pale kwa barabara, unaona. Akapambana kugete Kenya Power, KPLC back in that time, kuvuruta, waligetiri ile community, wanashikana, wavurute stima from the main road. Akaweka. Maji. Akaweka, mpaka kachimba a borehole. Sawa?
I get you.
Right now, we don't even rely on electricity only. We have biogas.
I love what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? He knew my mom is used to these luxuries. I'm not going to take her, the beautiful flower that she is, and pluck her, or rather pluck her from the town, take her to the village where these amenities aren't there. Because she's my flower. And I love the way she has kept herself and the way we've been able to live together, the way that she is.
I love what you're saying.
You see?
I love.
Akapambana huyo mzee nakwambia. Sahi? Madhe yuko pale anatunzwa vizuri.
No difference at all.
Hakuna tofauti. And even when it was a bit of an adjustment when we left the city or Mombasa town at that time, ndo sasa tuende Embu County. It was different, language barrier kidogo na waembu wetu cousins, but at least we had a good home. With time now, the maji kakonektiwa, stima kakonektiwa. For 1 year, I didn't speak to my dad, but I was very mad at him.
Because you moved?
Yeah. I'm like, just when I was hitting 14 years, unanitoa kwa Arabu, nakwambia nywele zinsokotana. The boys are looking nice.
Unanipeleka kule kwa kina.
Unanipeleka wapi huko sasa? Huko ni wapi? So for 1 year, and then hakuna maji na stima, tunangoja zikonektiwe. You can't even watch movies. We used to have a black and white TV. Kale kadogo kenye kalikuwa na mgongo ya red. Kiframe ya red.
Ilikuwa doi.
Ndio hako.
Alafu ilikuwa na then I think they lied to us. Walitafuta kitu fulani kilikuwa kwa juu kinkan kama anti-colored.
Yes.
Kinchapa rainbow.
Thank you. Sasa hiyo kwa sababu we don't have electricity. What did we use? Car battery.
Lazima ichajiwe.
Na tungoje, because at that time my dad was actually driving a matatu. Mmoja ameacha kazi.
What were we neighbors? Is it sorry that relate?
So tungoje atoke kazi shift.
Na battery.
Na battery. Atoka gari koko. Sasa si battery imecharge. Sisi tuchukue toke kwa nyumba. The day he's not working and the battery imekuwa drained. Tuweke battery kwa wheelbarrow. Tuteremke nayo 1 kilometer to the town center. Tupeleke ichajiwe. You see what I mean? Like,
so
adapt. You have to adapt.
Betty ya gari.
Yes, na yeye, na gari sasa. We have seen things.
Mzee mama, ringa.
Unaona?
Mtu asiwe kwa mbechoni ringa.
Mimi ndo maana huwezi niambia kitu.
So, Mwalimu Rachel na wheelbarrow.
Hivi. Unafika mahali una relax kwanza unapumua. Because what? Walker Texas Ranger is showing tonight.
KBC jioni.
Thank you. You can't miss it. Wrestling. Uhati utasema nini?
That was on Tuesdays.
Thank you.
Wow. You have taken me back.
That
my
was
goodness.
My life.
Just siku moja TV, because at the same time, I went through the same thing. And we moved to Kakamega because dad, something just happened. Then accounts frozen. Yeah. We have to go to the village. Man. Then we have the battery. I forget to take the battery to charge.
Kusha wewe.
What happens? Baada ya Moksin. Yuanza kutangaza habari jioni.
Kila mtu anangoje. That is the highlight.
Ndio hiyo. Battery nayo yaanza kuisha. So inafanyikaje unajua hizo unasema baada ya Moksin. Rais mtukufu Daniel Toroticha na moyo. What is this guy?
My God. Here we go.
Wow. I love the aspect that it's okay to move me. Yes. But move me and maintain.
Exactly. Those same luxuries, there's pleasures of life that I have enjoyed, whether it was by myself or with you together in one home. I don't see the problem in that. But most of the time, unasikia sasa ati utaenda kwa village, unaona utaanza mambo ya kuosha nguo na mikono. Ni mamangu ako na washing machine. What are you telling me? Na uko ni Embu in the Bundus. So if my dad did that, that's all I know. A man can't come and show me otherwise.
You can only take me higher.
Exactly.
Mwalimu Rachel's first love.
Oh my God. The first love is normally very chaotic.
With your kind of energy, it should have been very chaotic, I can imagine.
First love. Okay. Are we talking when you're a kid, as in not kid, but when you're in your teenage years?
Most of the time, I'm told
puppy love.
I'm told for ladies, your first love is the guy who broke you. Because you're like, okay, oh my God, okay, it's him.
So, unataka tuongee hiyo maneno hapa?
Imagine I have the time. Na KFCB is not going us.
Come on.
Because I don't think each generation, I don't think Gen Zs have first love. I think everybody's first love to them.
Even the word love, I think, imekuja kabadilika. Hatujui what is love anymore.
What was love at that time? What was love for you?
I think, okay, for me, love was, and this was the guy that I dated, tulikuwa campus, by the way. Very cool guy, by the way. We'd share dreams, what we want for ourselves, where we want to be, the things we want to accomplish. Career-wise, like after campo, what next? Career-wise, utaanza, internship, study nini to take you to that next level. Very money conscious as well. In terms of, savings and not being
extravagant.
Exactly. So, mwanamume yoyote mwenye atakalisha mwanamke chini, amwambie, you know what, babe, this is what I see. This is what I want us to get. This is where I want us to get. These are my dreams. This is what the plans that I have for us. Ooh, that is love. That is love. A man who now tells me this is, as the leader, this is where I see us going and this is how we shall get there. This is what we'll need to do. This is what I think we can do, blah, blah, blah. Anakuonyesha kwamba anatuona in the long run. Akona mipango. And he's not just a dreamer. Si kutenga tu. Kutenga na kufanya. Unaona? So that is love. But hii ingine ya kuambiana I love you, good morning babe, sweets, ni hapa tu. But 5 years from now, what plans do you have for us? For women, and that brings about the sense of security. That's not how we feel. We're in good hands. This man has good plans for us. And so now I will come in and assist.
Did he give you that?
He did. But we were also quite young. I think our paths needed to take different
trajectories. First at that time.
Yes, for us to even understand ourselves better.
Do you feel it's a shortcoming in a lot of relationships when I have not understood me first? People have not understood themselves first individually before now coming together. And I think that is what best answers the question, what do you bring on the table? Unless I understand who I am, then I don't know what I'm bringing on the table.
Exactly. You need to grow. You need to make your own mistakes, deal with the messes hapa na pale, and learn how to work through those messes. You have to love yourself and first treat yourself before waiting for somebody to treat you. You get?
I hear you.
Like Mimi, when I stopped this whole date, you are never single. You're always in a relationship.
It's always a transition.
Exactly. From here, I have, how am I alone?
Kuja, when you're next?
Next. Now you're in another relationship. So it's like, when do you just get time to, you take yourself out? You go somewhere by yourself, solo trips or whatever. You plan for your future. You sit down and take up a course and study. Do something, you, kivyako. And that really, hapo sasa ndo ninaweza sema I grew. Na nikajielewa. In my mid-20s, hapo, 26.
Like I know who I am now.
Yeah.
What I'm...
That's when I started the process of now knowing who I am. And then now I think when I got to 30, I was like, okay, yeah.
Now I get myself.
Yeah.
Should exes remain friends?
Not all of them. Depends on a couple of things. Number one, mliachana aje. Number two, huyo mtu ako sawa. Unajua kuna watu wengine tu you are toxic. Watakurudisha back to your toxic days hata wewe. Maybe you have healed and moved on, but they say or do something and then it triggers you and then you fall back to the version that you were before. So you have to protect that at all costs. And if that means cutting off some people, I see no problem with that.
I get you. I like how you're putting it. So now at this time, the process of you finding yourself, have you now moved from ghetto? How did the transition from Ghetto Radio to Homeboys?
Oh yeah. So that was still in campus. Nikiwa 20, 21, 22. Yes. So stayed at Ghetto Radio for 6 months. In fact, nili extend unajua kwanza internship na kwanga 3 months, ikienda sana 6 months.
Yeah.
After 6 months, boss akaniambia, unajua sasa by law we have to let you go or we incorporate you by force by fire. And because really you don't fit the bill of Ghetto Radio. That
because I'm shocked. You Ghetto really, Mwalimu really, yo.
Ingekuwa ni Pwani FM labda.
Habari zenyu mkiwa pale kwenye Mathare, wale mlio kule Mbotela.
You understand? So, and I totally understood, by the way. Kila station iko na sound yake and how they, operate. So I was like, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been awesome. Went back to hostels. Niko huko, simu ikapigwa. Sasa nimelia maze. Unajua sasa umekuwa routine ile ya kwenda kazi. Wewe unajibeba heavy different when you start.
At least kama niko na fan moja but niko na fan.
Alafu uko na ile community umekuwa na wao pale kwa ofisi. You get. So, and then of course the money. Nilikuwa nalipwa fair at least. Ilianza nikiwa silipwi alafu cause my boss was like, naona umejituma kweli. So 100 bob a day. So at the end of 5 days, niko na 500 bob yangu. That was good money, man. That was good money in campus. Na bado uko na kahelb kidogo, ilikuwa pesa nzuri.
Wait, 500 Jehova.
Kujitreat, kununua pizza. Haya. So, niko pale kwa room. My phone rings. So I pick it up. And I'm like, hi, am I speaking to Rachel Modoni? Yes, you are. You had earlier come for auditions at Homeboys, some months back. Yes. Okay, so now, because you're still on our database, we are recruiting a second bunch of people. Come to the studios tomorrow, you'll be guided further from there. Like, wonderful. Yani, nilisema tu, God, thank you. Yani hapa internship imeisha na hiyo siku moja hiyo jioni napigiwa simu.
It was the same day.
Same day.
What kind of a God do you pray to?
Same day. I'm telling you, Mungu alikuwa ameona ile nilikuwa na hamu sana ya kuingia media. And honestly, I had gone to, by the time I was even going to or starting at Ghetto Radio as an intern, you can imagine CV niliandika CV. Sina experience, sina hata nothing. I only have where I went to school, my grades and hobbies. So, hata sina referees.
I don't know if this generation know how important hobbies were on a CV back in the days.
Wow, you read, you travel, you love to swim.
Traveling wapi?
Sasa nitengeneze hiyo CV, ni print na nipeleke to all the media houses in Nairobi. KBC nikapeleka. Akina Capital, KTN, wapi, name it, quarterly. And I knew, as in, the chances of me being called are slim to none. But what do I have to lose?
I love the fact, I love how you insist. Do it, just do it.
Sometimes, honestly, I strongly believe you open up some bit of favor. Mungu anaona venye umejituma. Hata kama, is that foolish faith? Foolish faith. Me, I'm so foolish in my faith, it's ridiculous.
I'm so foolish in my faith, my wife gets scared.
And somehow, you may not even get that, but you get something close to what you are going for. And it just opens good energy, like optimism, and you're just good vibes. So, that's how nikapigiwa simu the same day sele internship inaisha huku Ghetto Radio. Nikaenda Baricho Road. Kuingia pale napatana na nani hapo waiting room? Austin Chimano. Huyu mmoja wa Sauti Sol. Yes, with his golden voice. Kidogo, another lady called Della comes in. Della ended up reading the news at Homeboys Radio.
Della moja?
Yes, but not Della Muziki, not Della the musician. Another Della. And so let me just say this to cut the long story short. We were 10 of us in the waiting room. Tukapelekwa kwa ofisi ya mdosi, boardroom, tukaambiwa, we're going to train every one of you here equally. But at the end of the day, we're actually looking for 2 presenters. Ikienda sana, 3. So ni vile utajidedicate, the assignments that you'll be given, it was proper training. And I have to say this, I don't think right now that training is done in this country. That it was a boot camp. You report at like 6 in the morning, na trainiwa on mambo ya scripting, presenting, creating a mock show, and then like jioni sasa ndo unaenda back home. So for me, I was still in campus, right? I'm still lessons inaendelea jameni. Mimi nikiwa kazi. But uzuri ni some lessons unajua ni zile za asubuhi ukitoka 8 sasa the next one ni uko 5 ama whatever.
So you can balance some time in between.
Exactly. So I used to ile marathon nilikuwa napiga pale because I can't drop the ball on my grades pale in campus. My dad would kill me. At the same time, I need to show them that I want this badly. So what am I willing to do? Kama ni kwenda in a day nafanya maraundi zangu 2, that's what I have to do. Ole wangu nakwambia nikiwa kazini alafu napigiwa simu ama na textiwa na my friends, my classmates, my very good friends like, yo, tuko na surprise cut.
Oh God. Na huku sayo already Chimano amekuweka compare.
Yes!
Na Sauti.
Thank you.
Big shout of course to Chimano.
Big shout out to him. Yani, it was cutthroat competition, yes. In fact, that would have been such a good reality show. I wish we had cameras. I wish all that was being recorded.
I can imagine the tension, the anxiety.
Hey, haya. Surprise cut ndo hiyo. Wait, zengine, you have to come through for me, my sisters. You just have to. Don't worry, we got you. We're friends to this day. Ananifanyia. Sema usijali. Wewe, chapa kazi.
Aki friends, like, do we have such kind of friends these days, man?
Me, I treasure mine.
Like she knew the passion and the dream that you're following.
Yes. Big shout out to Flo and Liz and Sally, my girls to this day.
Mkuna ka WhatsApp group Kenya.
Of course. We meet up, we organize girls' trips and all that. Yani, do you know, for a very long time, we had not been in touch after campus, just because life was happening for each of us. But one of us akatoka kwa group, what happened? Girls, what happened to us? We used to be tight. Pale Facebook, and that was Liz, if I'm not wrong. Liz akatuambia, naona pale kwa group wale mademu wengine wa so and so, wanaenda matrip mpaka na make t-shirts pamoja. What happened to us? I was like, you are right. What happened to us?
Let's first of all beat this Sato.
Nakwambia, tulijipatia lecture hapa tukajita mkutano. We rekindled our friendship, and then now we like 2-3 months haezi pita kama hatujaonana. We'll make an effort. And right now, wengine wako na watoto, mabwana zao nini, but we still manage. We make it work. And I love that for us.
I love the sound of that. And so now Homeboys, and now I start to hear Mwalimu Rachel. And you were just amazing. Then I wake up one day and Mwalimu Rachel moves to
Energy Radio. I mean, I had stayed at Homeboys for 10 years.
Yeah, girl, you had been there for long.
A good
You're loyal.
decade. I was loyal, but also, number one, I'd built something so big. Your class 1 to 4, hence the bell. Class 1 to 4 was a community of so much love. This was a show that we built together with the listener. I came up with with a rough sketch of it, but then they're the ones who gave me the name Mwalimu Rachel.
Mwalimu.
Before I used to just say, you're listening to Homeboys Radio with your girl Rachel. Da, 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 da. Then like, no. Vile, unajua umeanza kutufundisha. I used to do something called Kamilisha at first. Ile tu trivia mambo ya Kiswahili. See, because Kiswahili is my first language. Yeah. So I'm having fun with Kiswahili methali, complete this methali in your own way to check it. And then it became something like, no, you're actually teaching us the right way to speak Kiswahili. Wewe si tu Rachel, wewe ni Mwalimu Rachel.
That's how it came out.
That's how the name came to be. And then I was like, I love this. How about we add new elements also, other elements to this whole Mwalimu Rachel? Now it shall be a class. So you're the student, I'm the teacher.
Class 1 to 3.
Class 1 to 4. Because it used to run from 1 p.m.
1 to 4.
To 4 p.m.
Nice.
You see that? There was
brilliant.
Then the bell, then the students, some were prefects, upande wa Facebook, upande wa ilikuwa Facebook na Twitter wakati huo. It became massive. I had great support from the station. We started having events outside the studio, bringing in superstars to come and perform. And it is, the people who won tickets, the people who, did trivias, and then they won tickets for them and their group members. Yeah, it was, watu walipatana mpaka wakaoana, wananiambia, Class 1 to 4, watu mpaka walikuwa napatana, they get married, they tell me they have children, they send me pictures on the DM. Kwa inbox, pale kwa Facebook, I'm like, guess what, Mwalimu, I met this girl at class 1 to 4, now we are married and we have a toy. It's amazing, man.
God bless your soul.
Thank you. It was a team effort. I cannot take the credit all by myself. It was a wonderful team effort. Inwardly, from the station, from my then producer, mnoma sana super producer, naitwa Duncan Musicha. Saiko Sound City. And tulifanya kazi.
So isi menerji mingia, was it careful call your band?
Yes! Sasa si unajua mambo yamekuwa makubwa. Things are hot pale class 1 to 4, may grow into this big monster. And then this radio station is starting. So, he reached out to me through it was Faki actually. Faki calls me up and then asked me, "Ebu nikuulize, ukitaka kama mtu anataka kukupoach hivi, utaweza move?" Ambia, well, I'll consider. I need to see the next step for me and whether this station is going to give me that platform. etc. Akanambia, okay, sasa expect a call very soon from this guy. I didn't even know Kevin Muley. But then, was called in for a meeting. Enda pale, tukaongea, tukasikizana. And then I gave my 3 months notice to my boss. That was at that time, John Rabah. Yeah, he was sad to let me go. But he sent me out with so much love. So much love.
How did you feel leaving the last day you walked out of that door?
Leah, what are you saying? First of all, the on-air audience, right? My audience, the listeners, could not believe it. They're like, no, you're not leaving us. It's like watoto wanalia, unatuacha, mama yetu unatuacha.
How are we supposed to?
What do you mean?
Ati teacher amekuwa transferred.
You've been with us since, can you imagine? That show, I think it was about 6 or 7 years. Umekuwa na sisi tangu tumalize high school, tukaanza kampo, umekuwa na sisi, tumeanza internship kwa makampuni fulani, because they would give me updates of their lives,
It was a community, as you say.
Yeah. So where are you going? Who are you leaving us with? It was sad. Nililia sana, but I knew this is what it takes to now elevate to the next level. I'd done all that I could do.
At times, transformation is painful, but it has to.
Yeah.
You have to go through it.
That's part of growth. You can't stay the same and still grow. You can't stay in the same place. You can't stay in the same, person. Something has to give. You have to sprout. I was scared also moving. I was like, am I making the right decision?
What is going to happen?
At least look at my John Rabah. Should things not work out there? Come back home.
The classroom is still there. Did you listen to, would you at times just sneak in to listen to the person who took over from you?
Who took over? It was Ray Kiragu, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but now she was doing it her own way.
On her own way.
Yeah, it wasn't at a class per se. No. And it was all right. It's okay. Me, I remember, see, even me, I took over from someone. Koi Gitei.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
And she took over from Nick Ndeda. Those were
big shoes.
master presenters. Mimi, I learned from them. Learned a lot from them. So, yeah.
So then now energy, and then the move that nobody saw coming was energy to Kiss 100.
Yes. Yeah. I'd stayed, you see now, there's a book. I love reading books, by the way. I love reading books. There are those fiction books, yeah, those are nice. But it is a self-growth, self-development. I'm so big on that. So 2 books that really changed how I see career life, right? Number 1, The Alchemist. No, actually not The Alchemist. It was Who Moved My Cheese. Who Moved My Cheese.
I keep on picturing that book, and every time I'm like, should I buy it?
And it's like a small one.
I keep on picturing it at the supermarket near my digs.
Get that book. It will always tell you when you're ready to jump. Because sometimes we cling, we hold on. Like probably I would have moved earlier. Nikiwa Homeboys. Because at that time, Kiss had come for me like 2 or 3 times while at Homeboys. But I was scared, yes.
What?
And each time, a bigger salary offer than the last. They wanted me badly. But number 1, I was scared. Number 2, I didn't have a plan. Akila iko hapo. So, after reading Who Moved My Cheese, and then the other book later that I came to read, and I'll tell you another story about that book. It's called Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office.
Oh, saying by Milia Odhiambo.
Let me tell you. Hey, that book, I'll tell you more about it later. So, the move that you never saw coming is because of reading such books. Like, you know when it's time, it's time.
When it's time, it's time.
Usikae hapo utolewe, ama usikae hapo mpaka you're no longer valuable. Move while you're at the top.
That's something heavy to carry home. Move.
While you are at the top.
Don't hang out on that mountain. You've already conquered it. Talker.
Exactly. Get to the higher one now. The next challenge.
I think it's a conversation we were having before we went live on air, and I was telling you, I'm like, okay, fine. I have done comedy across Africa, across Europe, US. Let's get it going now.
Exactly. Or else you become redundant, and that's where now people are like, tumechoka na wewe now. Because you're not even trying to challenge yourself. So, I had a very good run at Energy Radio, 6 years. Came in as employee 001 in terms of presenting. I was able to be a trainer while there, training the other younger people because they were green kabisa. And that's also very awesome. The fact that Energy got these never heard of before presenters so that they can start training them from scratch.
Kalala, Natalie, and the rest.
Exactly.
Shark,
Yes.
Youngin, yeah.
Yeah. I even helped the boss know some of these people. It was like, who can we get on board? Who are the movers and shakers of, internet? Wale ma sensations, sahi. So, Shark the Youngin. Natalie yendo alikuwa namjua. But I remember I told Shark, bring this guy on board. This guy is very good. He's popping. Okay, so I trained. I went to Uganda, training other presenters under Energy Radio as well. So I got in there not just as a presenter. You see?
A new
challenge. I had to train. I had to mentor. I had to, keep on, following up with their progress. This bell, you'll hear it in Energy Uganda. This one.
Mwalimu taught us.
Yes. And they ring it, and I'm so proud of. You see, now that's impact. And that's the thing I love. More than the fame, it's the impact. How have you changed someone's life? How have you impacted them in a positive way? So you'll hear and see this replica in Energy Radio Uganda. And this bell will ring in many, many, many countries. I prophesy.
Amen. Amen. On this show, that's an amen. That's an amen. But still, funniest thing is this same thing that we are priding of as we speak about it, of you mentoring and imparting, is the same thing that got you into trouble.
Yeah, I have come to own this story because it is a part of my life, whether I like it or not.
It is always going to be there.
It is, and in hindsight, there was no way I was going to avoid it. Because in mentorship, you will mentor regardless. If it wasn't sailors I was mentoring, it would have been another group or another person. And the outcome may have been similar because they're also the mistakes that I did, and I own up to that.
What do you think you did wrong, Mama?
Well, the first thing was I wasn't keen on having contracts that were clear and that stipulated each one of us roles and responsibilities.
Yeah.
And there were some assumptions, I think, from their side. There were mine as well that I assumed, well, this is just how you should, move and inform me before, doing anything else. So there was that. But at the end of the day, Mwalimu Rachel is still Mwalimu Rachel, and we thank God now on a bigger platform at Kiss FM. And sailors are still sailors.
Do you at times do you blame yourself at times for the fallout? For them falling out? Do you think it partly, like maybe if I was still there, maybe they would have been still together?
It's not really blame, but it's I wish they had listened a bit more. Their journey is their journey. Remember when I told you, you'll just have to.
At some point.
If
your paths are not aligned, I keep on saying that.
Yeah. So, it's just how it is. And si mimi peke yake ambaye ningeweza kuwa manage. But many other people would have managed them. It just happened that I was the one managing them. But yeah, if they should still continue with music, that's for them to pursue. Nothing and nobody stopping them.
If they ever called you for a reconciliation, would you reconsider that?
It's been many years now, I feel. And my mind is on other things, or my attention is on other things right now. Again, growth.
Growth, yeah.
I am more focused on the mentorship part of it, starting even from high schoolers, and something that I've done through my company, MRX Media Limited, going into, these high schools and speaking to girls to nurture them, give them that self-confidence, speak to them about, menstrual health and hygiene, or rather menstrual hygiene, and coming with partners to just encourage them. Because right now they're facing so much pressure even from the internet.
I can imagine.
Like that.
It's crazy.
That is what is yani.
I'm a father to girls, so I should know that.
I feel that is something that is in dire need of help right now. Our girls, and even the boys, not forgetting.
Oh, for the boys, trust me, I'm there. Oh my God, I have been very crazy about the boy child of late, and I'm out there really trying to see because my wife is a very strong personality when it comes to women. Probably you and her will probably be very good friends because you have the same very strong farm.
Yes.
And I think in the beginning, the things that probably would have not made us work is the fact that I'm very much pro men. I really fight for men with no apology.
Yeah.
And her, she's very... I'm not going to use the word feminist because I removed it kimakusudi. I was like, hautabeba jina hilo kwenye mahusiano haya.
It's so funny that the word feminist has really been turned into something quite ugly. But I don't want to get into those details.
You tell men, feminists are like, so you hate men and you're propagating gender wars. And
anytime you speak up against something that makes the men maybe look
feel
bad.
A little bit emasculated.
Immediately unaambiwa ni feminist.
Exactly.
Sasa imekuwa turned. I don't think that was the original meaning of the word feminist, but that is just a whole kettle
Now,
of
for us,
fish.
I think what that has brought us now together because we have two very strong personalities.
Yeah.
At times we argue from a place. At times I feel like we're in a courtroom when we argue. Because she has, of course, now I'm a lawyer by profession.
Yeah.
So I will argue based on how I was taught, and I have to win a war.
Of course.
But at times I have to tell myself, listen, you're not a lawyer here.
Yeah, for the sake of peace in the
You're a
household.
man. Just like yesterday, we had a very weird fight.
Yeah.
And you should have seen me kissing this other side of her, like almost other times. Just like, babe, I am sorry.
Oh.
But then I'm laughing, but I'm like, Bush, do you know at some point you would have never done this? You would have driven off and gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I was like, babe, I'm sorry.
That's love right there. You
Again,
see?
and I realize, even umesema kuna vitu vingine ambavyo havitaki ujuaji mwingi.
Bas. Lazima utajishusha kidogo.
Mapenzi na mambo ya Mungu, mambo ya imani. You gotta be a fool at some point to make it work.
That's true.
Is Kiss your last?
Who's to say? See, Kiss is also Kiss is within a larger pool of stations, Radio Africa Group.
Yes.
So, listen, if leo waniambie niende Jambo, sitashindwa.
You will. By the way, you will. Yeah, in fact, why do I feel like Jambo will be now where you actually now 100% your feet will fit in kabisa.
Kesho kutwa labda niambie Classic.
Beautiful.
Sitashindwa.
Ghetto. Wakuita.
Uko Ghetto. Even they will not accept me there.
Like what?
You can't lie to us, bwana. You see, you have to live in your authentic self. Authenticity, like, accept yourself for who you are. Jikubali, jipende hivyo na ujue your limitations, na ujue where you thrive. That is how you become authentic unapologetically. And that's who I am. So mimi naezenda spaces zengine, hata kuna gigs zingine utanipatia, I don't know, sitaweza. Sitaweza hata kufika.
Kuja club host Mirema.
Unaona. In fact, niweza kujitoa hizo ma spaces kidogo. Call me for book clubs. I'm actually doing something on the 20th of October.
What's happening?
And this is an exclusive, by the way.
You better get a sip of this juice over here.
I'm really excited because of this. I told you about my love for books.
Yeah.
So on the 20th of October, I am starting a book club. And this one is a book club with a twist. It's a book club brunch by Rachel. Because brunches are really big in Nairobi right now. But it's always, munaenda, mziki kidogo, munakunywa, munaenda home. Let's add a little bit of, spice in there. So women, I'm also very inclined towards that. Usisikie vibaya.
No,
we can start off with the girls and then maybe the boys can join in later.
That's what I'm saying. I need your blessings. Tanza ya wanaume. Wanaume tukusoma mali tusome vitabu. Well, will men really read books?
That's the thing. I think it's with us because in your self-development, we as women really take it up.
Exactly, yes.
Tunataka tujikuze, to learn new things. And I think that's also part of nurturing our children. You see, when you learn more, you can also pass it over and teach and impact. So this is going to be happening at Pullman Hotel in Upper Hill.
Please tell them where your camera
yes.
is. The camera is right here. This is your camera.
Yes.
Please.
So 20th of October, we shall be at Pullman Hotel, Upper Hill here in Nairobi. And we'll be reviewing one book. We're starting now. So this is the first one. It's going to be amazing. We're actually reviewing Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office. One of those impactful books that shaped my movement in my career. Helped me understand why you should not be a nice girl. Be kind, but don't be nice. But when you come, you'll understand. Once you get the book, so get that book, okay? And then, so it's lunch, or rather the brunch, plus now the book club part of it. We're pricing it at 7,499.
7,499.
Yes.
And how many slots?
By the limited seating, 60 people max.
60 people. Please give me my phone.
60.
Give me my phone, Pinky. Pinky, give me
60
my
people
phone.
max. I would love for those that are in their 30s.
Hold up.
Yes.
So now you have 59 slots.
Oh,
now you have 59
thank
slots.
You.
Which are we sending to your phone number?
Yes. Well, more, there's a
For
till
now,
number.
For now, you
wewe nitumie kwa namba yangu, nitapeleka
please,
kwa till number ya kampuni.
So, just a minute as I do this.
Yes.
Mwalimu. You know, one thing I normally say is, I'm on a place in life whereby I don't like friendship of just conversation. I'm more of every person that has come on this show. Yeah. It's a book. Let's push the book.
I love that.
Shaniko was here as like you're selling rice. As we're pushing the rice.
Yes.
You get? Because
that is impact. That is impact.
Well, that's what
and that's why even when you called me, I know before I couldn't come because there were meetings and whatnot, I was like, I will definitely make
Thank you so much. Is it 7,000?
7,499.
499.
Yes.
Why does your M-Pesa profile picture look
Kaudo weird? Kaudo what? It is me.
Like why? Who you pesa?
I'll change it.
So I have paid for my lady.
Oh wow!
Right?
Yay!
So she's gonna get the book.
Yay!
Good. So she's gonna get the book.
Yes.
So you have 59 slots.
Do you know? I was at Textbook Center the other day. I was also gifting my mentee. Her name is Waki. She has an amazing page on Instagram called Waki Space. She's an amazing, accomplished lawyer, corporate lawyer, vitu mingi. So I went to Textbook Centers, kama mbili. They were like sold out. Since Mili or the Mili.
Oh my God.
You have no idea. Let me just celebrate
Have you given her a special invite?
Of course.
Oh, she got
I have reached out to her. I hope she'll be able to come and actually be in the panel to, discuss this book and review it and all that. And let me tell you, they were telling me ever since Millie mentioned, Honorable Millie, Bad Girl, President of the Bad Girl Association.
Come on.
Ring the bell. Those books sold out. And this is Textbook Center.
I don't know why I'm gonna try and get it.
Wakimake order. I had to leave my contents to zikiland hivi waniambie.
Zinaingia when?
Zinaingia zikienda. Sijui.
Nishike moja tena nampatia namba mtonge behind the scenes. Zikishaingia mpigiani.
Zikiingia hivi immediately watu wanazinunua. Right now women have this amazing book. I even got a special video from the author herself.
Really? Go, you don't say.
Listen.
Goddamn.
Listen.
Oh my God. Men, I want to speak to the men. Men will be doing a newspaper review at Quiver Kilimani. There'll be special appearances from weird videos from Rihanna and Nicki Minaj.
Stop it.
We shall excite you and entice you. And you'll be having...
Very cutesy, very demure. Let me tell you, that place is beautiful. Beautiful.
But then you're giving me a challenge.
But do it.
Men, we are also going to... The monk who sold his Ferrari. In fact, that is our first book, Men. Yes. Sijui kama tuna excess millionaires because I think we need some inspiration.
Yes.
Imagine. So chapter 1.
Oh, Lord. Oh. No, I'll never see this. I'll never look at you the same. Skiza. And you know what's even best? I think, and this is what I'm gonna be really pushing, for the women to come with their mentees.
I almost said men. I was almost celebrating because I thought it was men. And then you finish teas.
No, mentees. So there are many women out here in corporate. And God bless you, by the way. For those women who hold the hands of these interns who come in, these young girls who come in, not knowing where you remember office politics and how to move in corporate world. And wanna guide, wanna check up on them, even on their mental state and all that. God bless you. Buy a ticket for your mentee.
Beautiful. I hope you have the details. And of course, just in case you want to get more details, of course, get on our digital platforms. Yes. I'm pretty sure, of course, you've put and then please send me a poster.
Definitely.
I'll post it up for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's such an
honor. Is
honor.
it time already? Must I leave?
We should have a part 2.
No, let me give Dr. Ofweneke his flowers. I mean, honestly, your growth has been inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Seriously.
Such an honor.
Watu walikuwa wanaona tu kale kaskini guy on stage akichekesha watu. Look at you now.
God has been faithful. I'm on a very dangerous journey as a man. And it's been scary to even watch myself. What is happening.
That's how you know it's growth.
But I thank God.
Yeah.
And I think you've never told me this before. And bad boys don't get the corner studio. If that makes sense.
Endelea hivyo hivyo.
Thank you so
Keep
much, man.
working with these boy children out here. Eh?
Yeah.
Normally, this is what I say. And I hope the women don't get me wrong. We may love our boys. We may be their parents, maybe from a single parent home. But it takes a man to actually raise a boy.
Come on.
I've said this on numerous occasions on many platforms. My son, I may not be together with his dad, but right now as we're speaking, he lives with his dad. He lives with his dad. What I do is I now hang out with him over the weekends. Because he's a teenager.
It takes a strong woman to...
No, it just takes somebody who understands. You cannot stop trying to be a hero. Don't try and prove it to yourself that you're the best.
It's Father's Day and you've posted yourself. I am the father who stepped in.
I'd never do that. Though I can understand why women would do that because of waliachana na ubaya, wako na mauchungu na nini. This man maybe has also not stepped up. And that's where now that line.
Drawn the line, yes.
If a man has not stepped up, now a woman has to be the man and the woman, the father and the mother.
At the same time.
But you have someone you're co-parenting with. Let them. Singililia hapo na mambo mingi. The other day my son was telling me, oh, mommy, you know, I wanted money to go for this book fair, ya shule nini. Kaambia umeongea na baba yako. Yeah, but you know he doesn't want. Nikasema, pesa ambayo nyinyi mlidiscuss na baba yenu. Those are two men talking, I cannot step in. That's what I told him. You know, when two men discuss something and you can't now come and say, mommy. Because now it would be like, mina kuja ku undo.
No, there's a reason it's called a gentleman's agreement.
There you go. So let the boys be with their fathers if possible. The ones that I know, some men maybe were violent, within reason, obviously, you won't let them, near your children.
Reasons, yeah.
Yes. But if that man is genuinely making an effort to be in his son's life, let him. You be in your soft girl era. Wacha yeye apambane na vijana bana, na vijana.
From Mwalimu Rachel to Principal Rachel, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Lessons 30 keeps on getting better and better. If your notebook is not full today, then you probably should just go and write some Miley Cyrus lyrics on it. Because, what else would you be using the book for? Asante sana to each and every person that is watching. Subscribe to Dr.Ofweneke TV, Lessons 30. Today, of course, our lecture has just been nothing less than amazing. Mwalimu Rachel live on the show. And for me, my take home on the show today, my lesson take home today is, what do you stand to lose?
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. Or do you stand to lose? For me, that is my take home.
I love
Thank you so much, Mama.
Anytime.
Such an honor.
Anytime.
And of course, every evening, live on Kiss 100. That's how you meet her. Alongside the one and only. Yes. Baba Yao. Their father, Kanono. DJ Exclusive. Who is also, of course, on my lineup very soon. We should be having him on the show.
You should.
Thank you so much, Mama.
Asante sana. Let's cheers to this
that.
amazing session that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Asante sana. God bless you.
God bless you too.
God bless you.